How was little Akanksha to the Akanksha that the world knows you today as? Would love to know your journey.
As little Akanksha, okay, my childhood has been challenging. I lost my mother when I was 11 years old. There's so much to learn, and I would say that my life has been a huge roller coaster ride. I believe that a soul chooses what the lesson it wants to learn during the lifetime and what experiences it wants to gain during a lifetime to have the evolution of the soul. And that is why probably I have had so many things in my lifetime. So yeah, my childhood was normal, middle class or lower middle class kind of family, but very high values. I completed my graduation in architecture, after which I was going to go abroad. I had got admissions and full scholarships in five universities. Didn't get my visa as a potential immigrant, and so I did my MBA here in one of the top B schools. Then I shifted my career. So interesting thing is, I've shifted my career 6 or 7 times successfully in my life. So from architecture, I shifted to finance, from finance to IT, and then ended up working in IT for many years. But little Akanksha, I would say, was very different from this Akanksha that you see here. I was quite different, and I would say that I didn't consider that I would fit into any of the paradigms as such since my childhood. I have done many things in life along with my career also. Like I have been a fitness enthusiast. So I was aerobics instructor. I used to swim 1,000 meters. I've been a spiritual teacher. If I have to think about my journey, I would say that I have died many deaths, and it sounds very crude or it sounds very harsh to say this, but this is what I have experienced, that I have died many deaths and reborn. And I wouldn't say I have reinvented myself, because this goes beyond reinventing myself. This is literally like, and especially in the past 3 years after my kid crossed over, and I have had a spiritual awakening, and I have been able to connect with him spiritually and access higher dimensions. This has been the last 3 years has been a very different journey from what I have had throughout my life. But even then, I have always been interested in spirituality since my childhood, and I learned meditation very early in my high school. Yeah, so there are some threads that are common throughout my life, like spirituality and being a seeker, knowing, I would say, existential questions, knowing about that. But apart from that, as a person, I have uh, grown so much, and I have experimented with so many things in life. So, little Akansha was very different from what I am today.
Akanksha, for the layperson who is not that much into spirituality, how will they identify what their soul blueprint is, what their soul contract is? How do they identify that? Or doesn't everyone who come on earth identify their soul blueprint and soul contract? Is that also something based on past karma? Is there something like that?
Wow, that's a very good question. Many people don't even know that they have a soul blueprint and a soul contracts. And it is something that definitely everybody needs to learn, because when you align your life in with your higher self, so many people don't even know that we have something called as higher self, as in a part of us is always with the divine, the consciousness, and that part of us knows what is best for us, and that part of us is our only soul, but designs everything, our eternal soul, you can say. And part of that soul is projected as consciousness into this body, but that eternal soul is always there. So that higher self, we can say, decides your soul blueprint in consultation with your spirit guides and guardian angels. So this also is something, this they call it as a modern age spirituality. This this is something that is not there, probably very widely known, and that is one of the things that I am sharing in my coaching training, mentoring programs, that each of us has a designated spirit guide and a designated guardian angel, and they're there to help you throughout your journey in this lifetime and across lifetimes. So some of them, depending on your soul purpose, they are there across lifetimes also, and then they help you decide, this is your soul blueprint. Now when you are doing your soul blueprint, at the same time, because we are one consciousness, right, all of us are part of one consciousness, so we don't meet people by accident. We have certain soul contracts, and that's why we meet them, like you and I met here, because of certain synchronicity. Yeah. So essentially our souls have planned that, okay, we want to work out this karma, balance out this karma, and that's why we meet, or we want to get guided by certain souls or guide certain souls. So there are different purposes for which we have these soul contracts, and then that's how a soul evolves throughout his life, his or her life, whatever, its life, I can say. So how can you know what is your soul blueprint and what are the soul contract? And that's why you need coaches and teachers who are actually helping you to go deeper and understand that. So for example, I help people uncover, okay, this is their life purpose, and I can't tell you what is your life purpose, but I can help you uncover that. You yourself, it will come from within you, and I will help coach and teach and then help you uncover that for yourself. And when you if you don't know it, when you are in autopilot mode, and I am not sure if you've seen the movie The Matrix, there are many sci-fi movies on this that touch upon these so-called esoteric, or outside, more outside than regular norms, so to say. So there are so many who live in autopilot mode. You get educated in a certain way, and then because you are educated in a certain way, you take up job, or you because you want to earn money, or there is a business that you inherited, you keep working in that, and then you keep thinking that, okay, that's your life. But that is not the only thing. You have to go beyond that and uncover what is it. And that is why people, even though you may be very famous and very rich and wealthy, but then still you will feel something is missing in your life, and you will not have meaning in your life. You will not feel fulfilled in your life. That's why you need to understand what is your soul blueprint and what are the soul contracts, and then what best you can do to learn those lessons for which you have come here, gain those experiences for which you have come here, and live your life purpose for which you have come here.
As we're concluding the conversation, beautiful life lessons, Akanksha, but I'm curious to know, what are you doing to live your purpose?
My life purpose is to help people expand consciousness, and rewire mind, raise vibration, and enrich well-being, live a life of abundance and freedom. So how I'm doing it is, I'm doing it through multiple ways. One is through my book. As an author, I am spreading that knowledge. The second is as a coach, mentor, trainer. I'm actually coaching, training, and mentoring young adults, teens, but in general, everybody. I'm now launching a program for women entrepreneurs to have a business that is soul aligned. And what can you do to handle all your entrepreneurial or business challenges? So that is something that I'm doing now. So education and well-being are the areas that I focus on. And the third thing I'm working on, third um, medium that I'm working through is my foundation, which I've set up for my kid, Arnav Memorial Foundation. And there we help, again, with focus on teens, young adults, and women currently. Focus on educating them to enrich their well-being, health, all physical, mental, emotional health and well-being, holistic well-being through science interventions, including science research and educating them. So, education interventions. So, for example, we had done collaborations. You might have heard about Sindhutai Sapkar. And so we had done programs for their kids, orphanage kids. Then we give meals in orphanages. Uh, there were certain programs which I did in women entrepreneurs community, like there were initiatives for 21 days on being centered living and well-being initiatives. Then recently I was asked to be a judge for judging the contest, which kids had created videos on Upanishads. So teens and preteens, they had created videos on Upanishads. So spreading Indian scriptures or ancient knowledge and wisdom to world through younger generation. So that is also something that we are doing through the foundation. So I am working on different levels as an author, as a founder of Mind and Beyond, which is my coaching, training, mentoring venture, and as a founder of my foundation, that is Arnav Memorial Foundation. So I do my bit through all these initiatives and programs.